St. Mary Netherton Daily Chronicle, Evening Edition, June 23rd, 1925. Good evening, dear listeners. Edmund Pruitt, addressing you as the village clock strikes 6 on this Tuesday, which has brought both ornithological developments and charming community preparations to our peaceful village. The day has fulfilled its promise of considerable warmth, with temperatures rising steadily throughout the afternoon, as Mr. Higgins predicted. The gentle southwest breeze persisted until approximately 4:30, when it yielded to the still warmth that has become characteristic of our June evenings. Several residents sought the welcoming shade of the pond gazebo during the peak hours, while others adjusted their customary routines to accommodate what Mrs. Pemberton describes as the season's earnest declaration of summer's full presence. Colonel Weatherby's dawn observations at the pond gazebo have yielded what he describes to Constable Porter as developments of considerable ornithological significance. The gentleman spent nearly 3 hours documenting what appeared to be unusual migratory activity, filling several pages of his field notebook with detailed observations. His subsequent correspondence to London authorities was dispatched with evident urgency during the Morning Post collection, suggesting matters that may enhance our village's growing reputation for avian study. I am pleased to report a most delightful development regarding the anticipated visit of Mrs. Dorothy Ashworth's family. Young Miss Charlotte Hartwell, aged 9 years, and daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Frederick Hartwell of Willowbrook Lane, has approached her parents with a touching proposal. Miss Charlotte, having learned of Mrs. Margaret Whitmore and Miss Beatrice's intended July visit, has requested permission to prepare a special needlework sampler as a welcoming gift. Mr. Hartwell reports that his daughter demonstrated remarkable thoughtfulness in suggesting this gesture of hospitality. Having selected a pattern featuring our village's characteristic wildflowers bordered with an appropriate scriptural verse, Mrs. Hartwell notes that Charlotte has displayed exceptional dedication to her needlework studies, and the family considers this project an excellent opportunity for the child to practice both her stitching skills and her understanding of proper courtesy toward distinguished visitors. The sampler is expected to be completed well before the anticipated arrival, with Miss Twigg having graciously offered to provide silks in colours appropriate to the seasonal motif. The Summer Fete Committee's continuing preparations have generated considerable enthusiasm throughout the village, with tomorrow's organisational meeting expected to finalise the practical arrangements for our midsummer celebration. Mrs. Hargrove reports that the approved activities demonstrate thoughtful balance between our cherished customs and the seasonal requirements that will ensure comfort for all participants during what promises to be our warmest community gathering. The tea room's iced chamomile and honey cordial proved most refreshing throughout the day, with Mrs. Hartley reporting steady patronage seeking relief from the afternoon heat. Watson was observed maintaining his professional oversight of the cooling refreshment station with characteristic dignity. Mrs. Barnes's leghorn hen produced its customary afternoon egg despite the considerable warmth, maintaining what Dr. Peterson now considers a documented pattern that demonstrates remarkable adaptation to seasonal extremes. The bird was observed conducting a brief constitutional during the cooler early evening hours, suggesting what Mrs. Barnes interprets as practical accommodation to climatic demands while preserving agricultural reliability. That concludes our evening report. This is Edmund Pruitt bidding you good night from St. Mary Netherton, where Tuesday draws to a close with the satisfaction of scientific observations advanced and community hospitality flourishing in preparation for both our summer festivities and the anticipated pleasures of welcoming distinguished visitors to our tranquil village.